to the rooftop.
Oh no.
Oh no, Mighty. Oh, no. Don't wait, Daddy!
Hey everybody, and welcome to another great episode of Super Desperation Radio. I am your host, Hell Pockets, joined by my co-host, Manchester Gibby, and our special guest tonight, we've got Dara Boonwao, aka DJ Cream, and Hella Brett. Are you calling yourself Hella Brett now? I used to call you The Brett.
You just call me Brett. The Brett's fine.
The Brett's cool. Brett, Hella Brett, one of them. You know, that's your.
Can we call you as Cosmodon?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm just gonna keep calling you Noctis. That's probably.
Oh yeah, that's right. Welcome to Tekken 7.
Yeah, that's the easiest.
Finally branching out, man. I'm so proud of you.
I'm in there.
See, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good.
How about you, Daryl?
Yo, I am the soul of Melty Blood.
Yeah, you're looking a little busy there.
So
how about you?
Why we're here?
Oh no, that's why you're here. That's exactly why you're here. But I want to see how Gibby's doing because he's actually going to be handling some of this for me while I continue setting up some things for you guys.
What?
I appreciate it.
Doing things. Anyway, hey everybody, how you doing? It's been kind of a tradition here at SDR for the past 3 years now.
Yeah, it's about
Daryl, I think. We bring you on. I mean, we don't really bring you on because we want to. You woo us, you know. You take us out. You treat us like a lady and everything, and we love that. And then you announce the Anime EVO lineup here on the show. And this year you didn't have to do that. Well,
we went to you, right?
Yeah, we went to you this time. That's weird.
It is.
Huh. I screwed up.
Like, one can't live without the other. So hey.
All right. Anyway, so again, we're here to announce the Anime EVO lineup with the two of the main organizers for Anime EVO, Brett and there are DJ Cream and Hella Brett. Sorry guys. Government
Brett and Daryl's totally fine.
Brett and Daryl.
There you go. All right, there you go. I'm bad with handles. So I'm gonna let you take the lead. Can before you announce anything, can you go into numbers, figures, anything for last year regarding Anime EVO?
We have a grip of numbers. I have them on me, but I can definitely say that we've been kind of just getting bigger and bigger throughout the last couple of years since we technically officially started like the name of the group. I think in 2016, Daryl, right? 16,
yeah,
15
years ago, so
something like that.
4 years ago ish, yeah.
And it's been going strong. I think especially with our ability to have like a landing page for all the registration and stuff like that. And now that we have most of the tournaments like aggregated on Smash GG, the numbers have been, really steady. I think, I'm trying to think, last year, I believe Persona hit like 90 something, I think.
Yeah, pre-rage for that game was like 60 something, and then like 30 people showed up on Saturday after, I guess people got eliminated from pools and were like, yo, we need to play another game.
Yeah, Gundam also capped at 128. And I think after that, Under Night probably had like, I want to say 60.
Yeah, it's above 60, and I didn't take any on-site pre-reg, so yeah, it was actually a pretty steady number.
Yeah, and that's with like, that's without things like BB. Like whenever we have something like BlazBlue or Guilty Gear in the past, it's always been like massive. BB is definitely the big one though. I mean, like BB is a main game, and it was a main game last year, but I believe we did it unofficially in 2015.
Okay.
And that hit huge numbers too. I don't actually remember it was definitely over 100, but yeah, it's like, it's quite a mess to get all those setups working.
Yeah, and then like 2 years ago, we didn't have like Smash GG, so we did on like Challenge and a bunch of other like paper brackets and stuff. It was a hot mess, but like tournament organizing has evolved over like this past couple of years, and a lot more people know about Anime EVO and are excited to hear about what side tournaments that not only us, like me and Brett, but everyone else in there, like all the TOs from like Canada, California, New York, and everyone has chipped in some help over the years. So this year is going to be a continuation of that.
I just want to point out that you guys literally just do this because you want to, right? Like, this is just something that you love to do.
I mean, I think something maybe some people who don't like know us beyond Anime Evo might not know is that a lot of us have been doing this for a long time. And some people probably, I think the best example is Kevin Shotokan. He's like at Shitkin, SHTKN. He's been TOing Arc System Works games without like any kind of, you know, payment or anything, just doing it because he loves supporting them since like I've been playing Arc System Works games. Like definitely at least since like the first BB came out officially, and after that, any of the side tournaments he was doing, and he was doing a lot of the Guilty Gear Accent Core tournaments once Accent Core stopped being EVO main stage, and that was in like 09. So yeah, like 8 years now, basically, where we've been doing like basically any of the Arxis games that was not a main game. That guy Kevin has been doing since the dawn of time, and people probably don't even know him except maybe as that guy with the cowboy hat at Evo who runs all the side tournaments. But, you know, it's like people like that. I mean, like half of the staff at Anime Evo, they've just been doing this for quite a long time.
That's awesome, man. The trooper.
So yeah, I think this is a good transition to get into like our games. I think every year I keep asking Chris and Gibby how many games you think we're going to be running
dude,
this year.
No. I'm not even going to play that game this year. I'm not doing that this year because there was no way that I was even like I'm not even trying to spoil it, but there was no way I was ever even close. I'll just put it that way. I was not even close.
All right.
And I'm pretty good at guessing. I got Pockets picks.
Pocket pick. All right. So time for me to start posting stuff up on the Twitters really quick. I feel like since my bad. I feel like since I'm on the show, I feel like I should announce at least my games first. Oh, that sounded wrong. Wow. I'm an egomaniac, but all right. So first game I'm gonna throw up here is Melty Blood.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
okay. Oh, so that video, I get it. It's a teaser you did there.
It's a good way to start out.
Guys. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people have started to realize what Melty Blood is after Goichi kind of waxed Sonic Fox at Final Round. Kind of. I mean, Grand Finals was like a lot closer, and definitely the run back at the esports arena in Vegas was definitely a lot closer.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have
it was a wax. I'll say it.
I know you guys are totally allowed to say that. I appreciate your candidness here. It's very important. But no, so Melty Blood, a game that you have been, you know, the face of in NorCal forever. Like, in fact, whenever people I think I asked somebody once, who do I talk to about Melty Blood in NorCal, and they were just like DJ Cream, and I'm like, I didn't even know I knew you at that point. I just like, oh, that guy. Okay, we talked about KoF a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play a lot of like almost every game under the sun, and I've kind of like dropped off like this past couple years. But Melty Blood has definitely been one of the two games I'd say is kind of like riding a bike for me. Like Melty Blood's super easy to get into, has a really loose combo system, so anybody can like hop in and be like ABC and do stuff. Like I feel like Melty Blood's a really easy game to pick up, and it's very expressive. Like there's so many different characters, and each character has their own like, you know, way how you can play them. So yeah, I feel like this game is pretty much my favorite game.
What do you think is like the hard part of Melty Blood, and possibly why it didn't take off like some of the other anime games in its genre?
I feel like this game came out way too early. Like it came out during like the Guilty Gear like Accent Core days, so not a lot of people were playing. Like we're noticing fighting games in general at that time. This was before Street Fighter 4, for example, and being like a niche game that can only be accessed like via torrents back in the day before hitting Steam in 2017. Yeah, not a lot of people in America were paying attention to it at the time. So ever since the Steam version came out, a lot of people have been noticing this game, and I'm really grateful to see like a bunch of new people go in and be excited about this game. So
that's cool.
I think one of the things I like the most about Melty right now is that it's one of the few games that's old enough where it's getting over the initial hump of being carried by like the few initial passionate people, where it's kind of, you know, gotten to the point where it's getting a life of its own. It's people are picking it up who like and running stuff for it and trying to support the scene, who weren't just like the first people who were there. I think a lot of games that are niche are still having difficulty getting over that hump, you know, where, you know, you might have a couple people who like do everything basically, and like what do you do once those people are gone? And Melty Blood is to the point now where, yeah, it's like you see new people coming out who are playing. It's not just like the same old people, and same with the people who like run the games and support the game. So that's really cool.
It also helps that the game is super on the like high tier meme status in the fighting game.
Oh shit, yeah, man! You guys survived like the strangest era of like fighting game memes, where it's like, what was the thing you guys are like? You guys play in the parking lot, you play in the bathrooms, you play in the shower. You played in the shower.
We play at Denny's actually as well.
Holy shit!
So yeah, like Melty Blood, definitely one of the games I'm gonna be running at Anime EVO this year. And because I said one of the games, there's another one, and that's EX Latest, the newest iteration of the game that came out like last month.
Latest, you said. I like that. I like that. It's the latest version of the game. So
yeah, it is. The previous one was late, so now it's latest.
All right.
I'm glad they're actually like, you know, aware of that. They're just like, you know what, we're not even gonna fuck around with that anymore.
So yeah, like
Melty Blood, first one to the chopping block for all you guys. Sign up. Where can they sign up, by the way, before they like, can they just reach out to you about this, or we're gonna get to that later?
Pending. We're not quite there yet. We barely got our like this lineup of games settled. Like, I don't blame pretty recently. So we'll figure out registration once like more details about EVO like proper comes out. Like for example, the side stages and stuff. Like, I've definitely entered Melty Blood and Under Night in Birth to see if we could get top 8 running on the EVO side stage, if at all possible.
Yeah. For those of you guys familiar with last year, it's going to be something similar to that, but we're still working things out, but definitely expect something like last year. We'll have a landing page and a website and a place you can reg all in one package.
Okay.
So yeah, Under Night in Birth, really good game, really good tutorial. I recommend a lot of like new players, especially at my weeklies, to pick up this game. You'll learn a lot about offense and defense and leader management. So, really good game.
So you are announcing Under Night in Birth for Anime EVO to the surprise of nobody. The new version just came out. It's the latest, and I guess, you know, we're gonna see some people come back out and play, because this game was pretty hot.
It's a pretty big deal because the timings of the releases and EVO itself have always been kind of awkward. Because ST came out in Japan right after last year's EVO. So, for example, a lot of the Japanese players were not playing the version we were playing at home for quite a long time, like several years, but like at least like a year and a half or 2 years maybe. So, you know, like last year's EVO, there was a little bit less hype for the game because everyone was already waiting for ST to come out, and they had announced ST. Actually, they'd said to us that ST was coming out like a while ago, and it just took them forever to release it. So now the game's finally coming out. You know, the game balance itself is like all revamped, and it's a really healthy game now. So this EVO is a really good time, kind of like Dragon Ball, where the game is out and you'll have about 7 months, 8 months to prep based on the JP release or whatever. So it and this year, unlike like last year, for example, the other large tournament majors are also running Eunice a lot. Eunice is a main game at Combo Breaker. Yeah, apologies for I'm about to shill like Unicell hard, but I play Uni a lot, so even though it's Daryl's game, I'm like, yo, Uni like a lot. Uni is going to be at Anime Ascension this weekend as well, It'll be NCR as well if you couldn't make it AA. So either the West Coast majors will have it. And yeah, it's going to be a combo breaker, and it was at Frosty Faustings. It was at Sea Otaku as well. So like Sea Otaku last year, it's usually the end of the tournament season, but it was a start for Under Night because it had just come out, like I think like a couple weeks before Sea Otaku. Yeah, yeah. So it's a really, really good point. Really going to be fun to watch because we still don't know like who's the best right now in Eunice. There's tons of new people coming out and making it, making big splashes. A lot of people who are playing weaker characters that were really difficult, really tough to play at a high level in previous versions, and now they're all buffed and like just super strong. And so all these like people who were like solid now are like terrifying monsters in Eunice.
Oh no!
And so it's really exciting, and like the story basically of Eunice is really interesting right now, and so I expect that EVO, that tournament will be a really good like end cap on that story for the current season.
Yeah, honestly, like I don't see, like looking at the tournament schedule going up until EVO, I don't see a lot of like international players showing up outside of Canada for Eunice. So it's gonna be, I'm expecting a lot of like JP people like show up like Goichi and be like, all right, let me show you what the JP tech is, and debut in American soil.
By all means. No, awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that you guys took the ball and ran with Uniel at the time. Famously, we almost had a shot at EVO, World's main stage, and it didn't happen. And
still salty about that.
I mean, me too, brother. Like that was definitely the game I was pretty heavily focused on at the time. But if it wasn't for you guys, I don't feel like that game. If it wasn't for anime in general, anime and EVO in general, I feel like that game probably might have lost a lot more steam than it did, and it regained a lot of it too, like because of you guys. So personally, thank you for that.
Yeah, and someone in the chat was also mentioning BB Tag, and well, it's not really related to us for sure. Like there's unique characters there too, so hopefully that will also inspire some interest in Under Night because yeah, it's a cool game. Recommend it.
I also can't wait to see like the uni veterans show up to BB Cross Tag and just be like, hey, this character with a scythe? He's good.
Yeah,
he's real good.
Grim Reaper is gonna live on for another year at least.
We don't know if it's real.
Never die.
They might have like destroyed it at this
point. No, it's real. It's real. It's real. I already played it. It's real. It's great. Yeah. Pick Gordo in BB Tag. I'm telling you.
Didn't they change Mortal Slide too?
Mortal Slide's a normal now.
What?
Sorta. It's Mortal Slide is an auto combo follow-up. It's your 5 BB. So you can't do a neutral, but you can use as pressure.
All right, that's a little different, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about that.
So not to get off topic, but like in previous years, I used to run like 5 games every EVO for like the past 4 years. This year, I'm cutting it at 2, so for the time being. So my games I'm going to be running are Melty Blood and Under Night Embirth. So we can move on to Brett.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Daryl usually does like so many games, so I'm glad he's like taking a breather because I'm like, man, you're gonna burn out. Daryl's a crazy guy. Like he like last year, but you did like 4, right? At least.
No, I did 5.
5. Okay. Yeah. No.
We did you a lot,
dude. I'm showing up to NCR on Friday and then flying out to Anime Ascension on Saturday.
It's some good shit,
dude.
I'm trying to get that uni grind as bad as anyone, dude.
Oh, you're trying to get the preview? Okay.
You about to like play in one pool, then fly down and play another pool?
Yeah. That might actually happen because like uni pools are like in the morning on Saturday.
I hope they call you and someone has to say he's on a plane right now. He'll be here soon.
Dude, that's legit esports. Like you're freaking uni esports right now. You're playing 2 tournaments in one weekend. Like, oh yeah, it's just my schedule,
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I'll go ahead and announce the next game, which is also pretty obvious, but it's Gundam Versus for the PS4.
All right.
And for people who follow Gundam, they'll know that we've been doing Gundam since 2012. Either 2012 or 2011, one or the other. And yeah, so that's happening again. Last year was like the launch tournament, so it didn't come out in America yet. It was out in Japan, and it was like officially sponsored by Bandai Namco. We had our own stream, and they supplied a bunch of awesome stuff for us, and it was a really big success. You know, like we didn't really have like much time with the game, but despite that, it was still, you know, pretty awesome. We capped out because it was free enter, so 128 players. Where's the teams? I think it was 64 teams, so 128 players, which was pretty crazy and a blast. So I'm pretty happy to be able to be doing it this year again. And to answer questions, so we will have prizes. I can say that. There are still a lot of details I can't say yet, but I can leave a fun hint that I think we'll have a potentially new rule set that might be pretty fun, involving stages. And I'm excited to hopefully get that working.
Awesome. That's great. So, like, Brett, I know a lot of people are complaining about how much DLC is in Gundam Versus.
Yeah, there's a lot of DLC. So there will be DLC. All the DLC. I can't promise, but I am very confident that all the DLC will be available for the tournament, like 98%.
So 98?
So yeah,
right.
Exactly. So there will be all the DLC available. You know, if you guys are someone who's like thinking about picking up the game, but you're hesitant about the DLC, all I have to say is that it's not like a character in a fighting game where like this one DLC character, even if you don't necessarily play him, you feel kind of obligated to buy him. I think like, I mean, the main roster is like, I think its base is over 100 or very, very close to that. And then, you know, there's another probably like 20 or 30 DLC suits. But basically there's a lot of characters in the game already, and you absolutely don't really need to own them to play the game. So I kind of view it as like most of that DLC are fun and unique. So you just has more options, really, you know. But yeah, so I would, if you ever play like MOBA, I would say it's like MOBA, where like there might be rotating characters and you won't really feel like you have to have them. So I wouldn't really view it as like a negative that there's, you know, good solid DLC that are fun to play. I mean, if you're like, you know, someone who needs to own everything, then yeah, it's gonna suck. Then you can view it as like a $130 game or whatever. But I mean, you don't need to do that at all.
Okay. I was actually wanted to know, like, is in the previous years, like, what has been like the challenge of running this game specifically? Because it's obviously a little more involved than just running a one-on-one fighting game.
This is basically one of the hardest games to run, period. There's no official LAN for the game, so you need a Ethernet router. The way the game works is, if it is online and it enters a like private lobby and it sees every single person that they're playing against is on the local network, because it will know, it will actually switch to local network mode.
Okay.
So there is technically offline, but you still have to access it online, right? So it's really messed up, but basically what it means is that if you run a tournament for this game, you need to have a way to get internet, and then you need to hook up every single PS4 to those routers. And if like basically the internet's just being used to ping to PSN to make sure it's alive, okay. Which means if PSN disconnects for some reason, like you have a shady internet connection, then the match will just disconnect immediately and you'll have to restart it, which sucks. And you know, our stream production involves capturing like all four perspectives, and you need commentators that can actually like follow you know, all the games, like all the perspectives in the game and know what's going on. So it's chaotic to commentate, requires a lot of practice. It's chaotic to run. That's on top of the fact that you have DLC suits that you need to make sure are there. And then the game has this assist system, and the assists are basically unlockable through like in-game currency. So it means you also have to spend hours like unlocking strikers and make sure all those, you know, setups have that. So yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I'm just seeing like 10 of them saying, just being like, oh nah, man. All the money in the world is not worth it.
That's why if someone says they want to run the game, I'm like I get DMs, you know, from people who are like, hey, I have Gundam in my scene, I want to start up something, you know, can you give me some tips? And I basically have to message them in my DM is just like an entire paper of like, okay, this is what you gotta do. Like, But yes, so Gundam. Yeah, but excited for it. It's a fun game to watch, fun game to play. So I'm pretty excited. This will be like the first year that everyone's like really ready for Gundam. Last year, like honestly, the initial balance of the game was pretty wild. There's some certain things were just like way too strong. So this version is a lot more toned down. Like things are a lot more even across the playing field, a lot more diversity, and everyone's had ample time to prepare. So this will really be the test to see who's the best, because that's still always an argument with this kind of game, especially it's a team game, So yeah,
I like that competition though. That's awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of competition, the next game I can announce. I can say, so I'm not the TO, but I will be streaming it. The best game is Hokuto no Ken. Fist of the North Star. First year doing it was last year. The TOs are Hagure, Terry aka Hagure, and Kane. And it was the first year we did it. It was a really big success. I'm sure all you guys saw like those clips and highlights of who was it? Harsha. I think it's Harsha getting infinited by I think it was Setsu or someone. And like pulling out his phone, taking a selfie, and I was playing RPS with him too, and like in the middle of the set. So HNK is real, and I hope people come out and enter. It was super fun. I had a blast covering it, so I immediately was like, let's do this again. Basically, like as soon as Hagure and Kane announced that they were running it, I was like, I'm streaming it for sure. Like this game is the best.
The game is pretty sick.
Dude, numbers don't lie. The viewer counts for the clips were insane.
Yeah, no. The game is so fun to spectate.
Well, the thing I remember HNK and its long history, it was one of those fighting games that almost transcended its scene. Like, I'm not saying it's like, like Daigo Perry moment or anything like that, but they definitely have like YouTube videos just floating around like 5-6 years old of like just random shit that happens in the game.
Yeah.
And it's just like, wow, this game's a legend in its own right.
Yeah, the most beautiful basketball combo clip, or the one where that guy baits a wake up DP with the super that makes you die in 3 seconds. Then he like tags him, like barely combos him before he would explode. Yeah, stuff's great. So yeah, I'm excited. HK, still a really good game. Like pretty hard to run because it's on PS2, which is now just kind of difficult to do. Having a PS2 stick or getting converter is like the only way to do it now. And or you have to run it on the board. So hopefully, I think a lot of people were excited. And every year also there's that there's the Japanese like national tournament. That's really awesome too. So I hope that EVO becomes like another event for people to get inspired to pick up HNK and check it out, because it's still like a really absolutely fun game.
I just wish I learned how to play it.
Yeah, you just anyone. There's people. There's a Discord. I should probably say that before we move on. Is like any of these games we're talking about. If you want to learn them, there's a Discord, like every single one. So come through and learn.
Wait.
Get good and pick Toki.
Is there a Sengoku Basara Cross Discord? Is that asking for too much?
Okay, we're not running the Star Cross. That's a spoiler for today. Yet.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, but I'll enter if we do have one, and I'll enter that Discord. So yeah.
All right, yeah, man. Put me on some shit.
I can't say the same for myself, so.
Just gonna watch that one, huh? Like, oh yeah, this is a great game to watch other people lose in.
I'll commentate not knowing a thing about it.
Yeah, so HNK, it's our 4th game to be announced. It's just going to be hopefully just the second step in what I hope to be a long-running tradition of having HNK at EVO, because it's a game that belongs there as at the very least a side tournament. If not a main game, one can hope still. But I really want that one to be. If that one gets on top 8 on the EVO side tournament, I really want that one there if possible.
That'd be something special for real.
And then the last game that I'm kind of like main part of that I can announce on my side is Accent Core, Guilty Gear Plus R.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, and that's okay. Yes, there's 4. Sorry, but I will announce Plus R. Okay. I'm throwing Chris like all the mix-ups right now. He's like, wait, what? Yeah, Plus R. Plus R will be there. I can still announce it. It's fine. Plus R. That's all I gotta say. Great game. One of the best. If you haven't played it, and if you can't play it, watch it. That's all I gotta say.
It's on Steam. It's on there.
Yeah. So it's gonna be run on PS3 actually. That's the plan. But it is on Steam, so practice on Steam. It's super cheap. I mean, I always see deals on Twitter for like $5 or less. So yeah, beautiful game, really fun, and yeah, we've been running Plus R side tournaments since 2000 and I guess when it first came out.
Yeah,
13
probably, yeah.
since it came out.
Yeah, 2013 probably.
We've been playing Guilty Gear XX for hella long.
Yeah. I mean, even if you count Accent Core side tournaments, since 2010. Then yeah, and I don't think we've missed a single year, as far as I can tell.
Because from what I remember, Gear ever since Reload has been in EVO in some capacity, either as an official game or a side game.
Yeah.
I don't know when you guys took it over, but it's been there every year, and it's always one of the bigger events.
Yeah, I remember was it 09 that was the last official Accent Core year? I don't remember, but basically, yeah, I remember because I did the year after that, if I recall, and then it was like me and James Shea and Kevin Shotokan Kevin, and yeah, we've been basically doing some Guilty Gear thing for the XX series since then. But come through, it'll be awesome, and I can finally finish my list. I'm just gonna go through it. Last one. This is the actual one I meant to say, and then I was like, oh, I'm losing track. Koihime Enbu. It's gonna be EVO again. Yeah.
That's another game.
Yeah, it's definitely a game I love playing. Koihime Enbu. If you haven't tried it, it's basically the best game. That's all. I'm just gonna chill like nonstop. This game's so good.
No argument allowed.
Yeah, no argument. It's actually the best game. And it's not, if you think it's not the best game, I guarantee it's because you just haven't played it. Like that's all I gotta say. It's like if you like footsies, if you like fundamentals, it's just the best game. If you like Street Fighter, Koihime is actually the real Street Fighter. Like, you know all those memes? Like, what's the real Street Fighter? It's not Third Strike, it's not ST, it's not SF4, it's not SF5, it's not Alpha, it's actually Koihime. That's actually the real Street Fighter.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the successor to Last Blade. If you like Sam Show, it's very similar to Sam Show as well. It's I think $20 on Steam. I cannot say for certain, but there is a new version coming out. It's been announced, and it's highly likely, it's very likely, I think, that this is just my personal opinion, that it will come out before EVO.
Oh, this is for the arcade, like to catch up to the arcade. Right?
So we might be in for some very exciting treats this year. And 2 years ago at EVO, I think, 2000 and, or was it last year? Has it really only been a year? Maybe it's only been a year. Yeah, I think it. No, it's been 2 years. Sorry, 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm just losing track. 2 years ago, like a grip of Japanese players came, and they basically took up half of the Koihime bracket for Anime EVO. That was like the first year it came out on Steam, and all the Japanese players were just like, "Oh snap! Like Americans play this game now. Let's go." So they brought the best of the best, and they beat us up, and it was awesome.
Cool.
And yeah. On top of that, I mean, it's just got a great lineage, actually. If you follow, like, Guilty Gear players, you'll probably also hear it, because a lot of Guilty Gear players, like, have picked up Koihime or, like, moved to Koihime. I think the most famous one also is Galileo, the beauty player. Like, pretty much after he won EVO for BBCP 2015 or something, he basically, like, stopped playing BB and just like played Koihime nonstop.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and that was like his main game. And he still enters Koihime side tournaments when he can. So he entered last year's EVO, he entered last year's Suyotaku. And since he's sponsored by Ponos now, he like flies out to a lot of stuff. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be coming. He'll probably enter this year's EVO as well.
Okay.
So yeah, Koihime is a really cool game. It's got a really interesting history to it, and it's like a very actually like basic ground game, pokey footsie game, even though it's like still we call it like anime, so it's pretty fun. Kind of like Aquapaza and that kind of lineage too, where they're actually kind of more ground game based fires. No, you know, air dashing, double jump nonsense kind of stuff. Just like ground based poking stuff.
I was going to also say that one of the things that struck me from watching Koihime videos for the longest time was that there weren't a lot of opportunities where there was like Oki pressure. There's not a lot of like ground mix-ups.
Oh, no.
You don't get hard knockdown usually unless you spend meter. And there's no meterless DPs. You have to EX to get invincibility, kind of like what they did to Street Fighter 4 or 5 sort of. But even more awesome than that, basically. So yeah, you know, no Oki. There's not really set play. The overhead, the one overhead that everyone has is like, it's like a Guilty Gear Dust that isn't comboable on hit. It's actually even on hit.
Damn.
and it's punishable on block. So that should give you an idea of like
it's a rough life.
That's yeah. You try and open up people in this game. You know, you gotta be doing it the real way.
Okay.
And everything's minus on block, so it's basically like a anti-momentum game, honestly. But yeah, check it out. It's cool, and I hope this year will be fun. Yeah, I'm excited, even though I'm not running it, but I'll definitely be at least watching it, you know, or participating in it, one or the other.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, that's cool. So that's what, 6-7 games so far?
Games?
That's
wait,
6.
That's six
I think.
games. 6 games.
6. Chat. How many games is that? Chat. I'm not. Whatever.
So we're done, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're done. That's it. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed
Good
Super
night,
Desperate Radio. We'll see you in a month.
All right. Is it time for a mix-up though?
No, I'm about to turn off the stream, dude. What are you doing?
I think we got to pull out the blender and do the unseen mix-ups.
I have things to do, man.
Nah, dude, you can stay. Dude, listen to me. We got more.
God damn it.
Fuck. All right. Yeah, I was hoping we would be done early.
And I'm gonna tag in Gibby for this one.
Why?
Because you know, tag best King of Fighters tactic, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So hey everybody, King of Fighters 14 is going to be part of Anime EVO.
That's also cool.
This is another thing that I approached them about, not only just to be on the show, but to also get King of Fighters 14 in. Unfortunately, it didn't make it into official EVO lineup this year, so we needed it in some capacity, and we figured we'd work with, you know, some of the best that run side tournaments, and it's hard to argue that these guys aren't some of the best. And for those who don't know, I used to do way more than Daryl did in terms of running events at EVO. I ran 6-7 games because I'm an idiot, and I love SNK.
Dude, that's how many King of Fighter games were out like during the time you were
Yeah, there was 2K2, 98, Mark of the Wolves, Sam Show 2, all these different games, and holy shit, it was stupid to me.
But like no trolling. Like I appreciate like Gibby's knack for getting things done, and when approached to collaborate with King of Fighters 14, like I couldn't think of any better person to do it with than Gibby. So I appreciate you coming up to me and stepping up for the community, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna knock this one out of the park.
I want to. I hope I do. I'm also going to be working with various other members of the King of Fighters community to help put this together. So it won't just be me. We have a good chunk of the community working on this. A good chunk of the leaders of the community. I should word that better. Yeah.
Chunky leaders.
So yeah, it's gonna. Last year, EVO had about 368, I think, 350 to 390 entries for KOF 14. I don't know how many we're gonna get this year, but you guys mentioned you had to cap a game earlier.
Yeah, we capped Gundam. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we'll see what we do with this, but there will be prizes from SNK. SNK has already given me their blessing to say that they're going to be a part of it, and they're going to be sponsoring that as well as something else. There's another game being held. It's an SNK game. It's got swords. It's people cutting each other. I'm not handling this. A good friend of ours, Foo, you might know him as Foonigans, right? That's how it's pronounced. I always call him Foo.
Foonanigans?
He used to wield Excalibur, the broken PS1 pad. Sadly, Excalibur has shattered into a billion pieces. But he's going to be running Samurai Shodown 5 Special at Anime EVO. And this is a another game that's been asked for by quite a few people. Last year at NCR in Daryl's suite, we had, I think, 15 people just playing Fu and Laban for hours. And everyone loved it. Everyone loved getting their asses beat by one of those two.
Yeah, Fu has definitely shown interest for running like Damn Show for a very long time, and he's definitely came up to me very recently, I think like last week, to see if he can get this running. And I know a bunch of people from the Toronto area have been playing this game, possibly even more than King of Fighters. So yeah, Samurai Shodown V Special is gonna be pretty cool. Like see play. I don't think I've seen many tournaments in America, but I've definitely seen video footage from Japan, and this game's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's many people consider it to be like overall so me personally, Sam Show 2 is my thing. Mm-hmm. But many people consider this to be like the best competitive Samurai Shodown game to play. And I understand it. I get it. It's fun to watch. It's fun to play. It's very pretty to look at. It looks very anime, if you ask me. That belongs to anime.
SNK is anime, so
SNK is the original anime, if you ask us. I mean, that's just facts. I'm sorry, guys.
Ask Masami Obari.
Oh shit, we're taking it back to '94. I got you. Okay.
Got to keep on calling.
Man. So yeah, look forward to this. Again, Fu's gonna be handling this, and I have very high expectations for this. And this is our fourth year announcing the Anime EVO lineup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daryl, I constantly nag you every year, asking you if you're gonna run Mark of the Wolves, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not.
Are you gonna run Mark of the Wolves this year?
Personally, I'm not running Mark of the Wolves, but I know a friend who is.
Yeah.
Mark of the Wolves this year at Anime EVO.
Yeah. And guess what? I'm not going to be. I mean, I can help run it, but I'm not going to be running it because I'm going to be focused on 14. But it's going to be what is he going by on Twitter? C Fighter.
Fighting Gamer.
C Fighting Gamer. Yeah.
Yeah, he is a SoCal TO, and he's also going to be the one that's running the Guilty Gear Action Core Plus R tournament as well. So this man's going to be busy, but he's also going to have a lot of help from Gibby and everyone else in the SNK family to help him out run Mark of the Wolves.
He used to run a lot of the Air Dasher games at Family Fun way back when, and he knows how to run a tournament. He knows what he's doing. I have faith that he's gonna do the tournament justice. He's gonna make it fun. And for those of you who want to enter and play, 99% chance I am not entering, so you don't have to worry. All right?
Holy shit!
I will not be there to beat your ass.
But is Nocturnal coming?
Whew, shit, that's a good question. I don't know. I can't speak on Knock. He's a married man.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
His wife speaks for him, not me.
Yeah.
So if you show up, you want some Mark of the Wolves, you want Samurai Shodown, you want 14, we got them all here. I'm going to get official backing for all the games by SNK, and I'm going to have some fun with this too. If you play Mark of the Wolves and you win it, I'll play you afterwards, and I'll beat you. Fucking. All right. Anyway, I'm looking.
Money in the bank briefcase. I see.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So just a quick history lesson for some people. Until KoF officially got into EVO, Mark of the Wolves was the biggest SNK side tournament at EVO. It was the biggest with the most. It had the most entries and 0 dropouts, 0 DQs. Every other game would get like 15, 20. This broke 50. And it was leaps and bounds better than anything else. I got this at 50, Real Bout at 30, and Breakers in 98 had like 20 some odd people.
Breakers.
Yeah. So Sorry, but I mentioned Breakers, but I don't think Breakers is
Breakers is hype.
It's hype. It's great.
Yeah.
But it's not something that we're going to be discussing today, to my knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting
Very
on PS4 for it.
You just gotta ask Jabale if he ever wants that run back for $50.
Mm-hmm. It was 100, please. 100, not 50. Get it right.
We gotta double it now. He's gotta do double.
So again, all three of these tournaments are going to be held on PS4. I'm not very. I don't know Samurai Shodown 5 Special well enough to know if the PS4 port is solid, but I can tell you with 100% confidence that the Mark of the Wolves port is amazing, damn near flawless, and technically better than the original version because it runs without the MVS limitations. Mm-hmm. It is a very good game, and oh man, I wish I could enter. Fuck. All right, I'm sorry, I'm done talking. I'm gonna cry, you guys.
It's okay, we'll play in the hotel room.
So. Thankfully for everybody who stepped up for the SNK community, we have a bunch of a good group of games that everybody wants to see at EVO this year, and Anime EVO is here to make it happen. So yeah, thanks to Fu, Gibby, and C Fighting Gamer, and yeah, we'll see the SNK people at EVO this year.
I just want to say you guys totally mixed me up by saying that tagging in Gibby was a KOF mechanic, and I immediately was like, KOF 11? And then
no, I would never hold KOF 11.
NCR, bro.
It's okay. No, I Tone actually plays a good team. I just play a team I like. If I wanted to win, I could beat Tone.
Sure. All right. Can't wait to see how well your arm healed up this year.
Still in a million pieces.
All right. Well, let's go back to like some anime games really quick because we also have a good group of those to announce.
All right.
Yeah, I stole like half of them already, but go ahead, Daryl.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fine. So next on the docket we have BlazBlue Central Fiction.
Yeah.
Oh baby.
Yeah, no surprise here. I feel like this was a pretty hype game to see Sunday finals to kick off Sunday finals last year, and we can't be mad that it's not on the main roster, but hey, when you cut off the head of one anime game, 2 more tickets placed. So, yeah, we're excited to get BlazBlue Central Fiction out in EVO this year as a side tournament, and yeah, we're gonna have Shodokan's on this one as well.
Yeah, he's head TOing this, I believe, and we're probably gonna need a lot of help because I expect this to be pretty big. Yeah, I was just talking about it. BB is always like got a huge following. Pretty happy that this is going to be here.
I was wondering because like a lot of people were unsure what would happen with the advent of cross tag battle coming into the fold, especially as a main EVO game. Is there word from the community that they want to still support Central Fiction? Like
good games never die.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
Okay. That's pretty cool because I've always liked the concept of like a side game taking advantage of a major franchise while the major franchise is still very much alive. I think that's like awesome to see both of these games being ran with a very hype community that's ready to smell blood more or less. So should be a pretty good event.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, like regardless of what the EVO lineup is. BB is obviously far from done with its attendance at pretty much like every major tournament, so far this season. So, I mean, it's the main game like everything else. So I expect the turnout to be pretty awesome as well for this year.
Cool, man. Hopefully everybody can, sync up their schedules, right? Because I imagine, there's probably going to be some overlap there now since,
Yeah. I mean, every time there's a main anime game, it's always a little bit of a nightmare. And now that there's like 3, and one of them is going to be like BB Tag, where everyone's probably just going to be in it for fun. It's going to be a nightmare to do pools, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, like we spend a lot of time like prepping brackets and stuff like that, and we're pretty like we're veterans of like TOing at this point. So like I'm pretty sure
awesome.
We got this.
So, excited to see how this works out for you guys, man. Already, this is like a massive list of games that you were playing. You were running this in 48 hours, by the way. I will remind you guys, you were running this in 2 days.
I mean, it's not just me and Brett. That's the good part.
We got a squad. I mean, yeah.
We're running deep.
All right. You know, shout out to the squad. Shout out to Anime EVO squad. You guys are running 2 games in 48 hours.
10 games in 48 hours.
I mean,
Wait.
sorry, 10 games. Has it been 10 games?
Are we done?
Are we done?
Are we done?
10 games?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
better be done. That's
wrap.
ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, how does it get better than BlazBlue Central Fiction?
I don't know, Daryl.
Oh, no.
All right. When I say we roll deep, I mean we're rolling pretty deep. So I've recruited one of our best players in NorCal to help run the next game, which is Tatsunoko versus Capcom.
Oh,
shit.
I know who's running this. That's K-Beast is running this, right?
Oh my god, a revival of K-Beast.
K-Beast Pockets knows this.
No,
K-Beast.
no, we ain't got to talk about that part of
All right.
K-Beast.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you want to talk about the 5v5, then we can talk about that.
He's been ducking me for years, but yeah, let's go. All right.
Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Our boy K-Beast has messaged me privately to see if he could run this game. And for those who don't know, K-Beast got, I believe, second place at EVO the year it was ran. So
2010, I believe.
I want to say 2010 or 09, maybe. I can't remember which year exactly, but he got second place and he made it rain.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So with the advent of Dolphin, a lot of people have been bringing like their PCs to run Tatsunoko vs. Capcom at tournaments, and to be quite fair, like this game running on Dolphin is a lot smoother than this game being run on the Wii, because a lot of stages lag on the Wii version, but running on PC makes it makes it a lot easier.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I've definitely seen the beefy setups for this game.
That's awesome.
I wish I had more time to see like the setup that he had at Frosty. I just saw pictures and looked godlike.
Yeah, I saw that. It was just one gigantic tower outputting to like 3 different monitors. Like having multiple games run concurrently on one system is actually pretty impressive. So I definitely want to see this come out to EVO.
I'm amazed he had the foresight to even attempt that kind of thing. Like,
Dude, Melty Blood doesn't even run like multiple windows concurrently. It's crazy. Like if I could just build one gigantic like supercomputer to run like 20 stations of Melty, like I would do it.
Maybe we need to look into that. Maybe that's the future.
Yeah, maybe there's like some coding that you could crack in there and just be like, you know, I don't know anything about coding, but it sounds like it should be doable, right? I mean,
the super Melty setup.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can run Melty on a phone, then I think we can try and like have one computer that just runs like 20 Melty sets. That'd be the sickest.
Fucking phone.
Yeah, dude. I've seen it.
I've seen
it.
You guys are too much. I swear to God. I'm gonna look this up right now.
I forget who it is, but they got Melty running on a phone with like the mini HDMI or mini USB connection to a stick. Apparently, it's
holy shit.
Yeah,
I'm still ready. Like, have you seen those shoes with the LCD on the side? I saw someone like tweeting about some people developing like these shoes with like a display on the side. So I'm ready for people to be able to run Melty Blood on their shoes. That's the future. That's what I want.
All right, so I googled it and I was like Melty Blood on your phone, and the first thing I saw was a video of some dude playing Melty Blood in the parking lot during a fire alarm.
Oh yeah, that was Frosty Faustings 2000, and I was there for that. That was
Are you in this video?
First year, I think. Yeah, 2013 or something. 14. Oh god, when did uni? Oh, 15. Man, it feels like forever ago, but yeah.
Man, good on you guys. Shit.
Yeah, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. You could thank K-Beast. That fool is a genius.
I'm glad he's coming back out, man. He's been missing for a little bit. Of course, he's been working.
Yeah, I don't see him in like NorCal stuff, but like definitely not like. I was he at Frosty's? I don't even remember.
He was.
All right.
Oh, he finally came out the cave. That's cool. Yeah, I know he was working real hard on his biochem thing or something. I don't know. He's a doctor.
He was doing
now.
school.
Yeah, he's a scientist now or some shit.
No, he's a Tatsunoko player.
Yeah, he's a also scientist. You know,
all right,
trying to build those Tatsunoko robots.
We got TBC. All right, it's game number 11.
Yeah, 11.
Gotta go deeper.
Further beyond is what you're saying.
You gotta go beyond.
Is there? Okay.
No, you
All
would
right.
never run that. Not for me. No, I'm not even gonna get my hopes up for that.
All right, let's go beyond. Let's go beyond fighting games, actually. And,
okay.
let's
Beyond the genre.
Yeah, beyond genres. So our next game we want to announce is a return from its debut last year, which is Puyo Tetris.
How did that do anyway?
Fun.
Yeah, this game's hot, dude. Like last year Kyobi was running this game, and a bunch of like Japanese sponsored players actually came out, and one of the Tetris gods out there, his name is Amamiya. Like after he won the singles tournament, he challenged like the rest of top 4. So like the person who got 4th, 3rd, and 2nd to 1v3 him, and he still got matches off him.
Damn.
So yeah, this is the kind of competition that we expect from the Puyo Tetris community to come out and body fools with.
Yeah, it's really great that games like Puyo Tet and maybe some other games that we'll talk about soon are embracing the like kind of EVO environment and bringing stuff that's not just your typical fighter out here, and everyone seems to be having a blast with it. So I'm really happy that it's become like this. Rip Pokemon Puzzle League, though, I know, right? We'll see.
3D mode, let's go.
Yeah, Puyo Tet was cool. I mean, like, I don't really play it, but everyone who plays it looks like they have a lot of fun. And I think I wish I had the numbers on me, but I think we had like 20 some odd teams, right? Because it was doubles.
Yeah,
we had doubles and singles. Yeah. So that's really cool. And I think the Puyo Tetris has also made its appearance outside of just EVO too. I don't know what other majors it's been at, but it has been the other ones.
I've seen
for sure. So
who run like Puyo Tetris, like that was pretty hype too.
Yeah. Well, speaking of puzzles, I can maybe talk about another puzzle game that's also a classic, maybe that people might not be too surprised about.
Okay.
I think it's time to bring back Catherine. As game number 13? Yeah.
You guys,
Catherine.
There's like a new version of that or something, right?
Yeah, it's coming out.
There is. I actually don't really know much about it, but I think it was like there's like a new route, right? There's a third girl. That's all I know. It's like there's a new girl. Okay.
But like, yeah, like Atlas is trying to get this game out for modern consoles for PlayStation 4 and also a Vita version, which would be really nice. I think this game actually fits really well on the Vita. But yeah, I can't wait to see how much the meta has changed. Because in the beginning, it used to be like Desperation and the rest of California, like owning up Catherine tournaments in Anime Evo and in CEO Otaku. But in the past like year or two, like a bunch of other regions have been stepping up and giving California a run for their money.
Man, this shit, so it got real basically, right? Like
it got super real.
I remember when this came out around the time 13 was like busting out on console, and like there was like some kind of like obviously Atlas is throwing a lot of their promotional energy behind this game, and we were begging them to do some stuff for 13, but it was like in that happening, a lot of us were checking out Catherine and saying, well, why are they what are they driving at here? And this game is actually pretty sick. Rodrigo, Honorod, and Dazabro used to bring it to Dragon Lounge, and we would crack out on that for like hours. So happy to see that's reviving.
Yeah, it was at Anime Evo Japan. That's the official name for it, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, the TO actually said like I think they interviewed him, and he was basically saying that he was inspired by like people running Catherine in America, so he wanted to kind of have that experience too. So yeah, I was there, and I actually saw the steps and stuff like that, and it was pretty awesome.
Cool.
I also remember reading like an article about when they announced the re-release of Catherine for PS4. Like the directors of the game actually like looked at the overseas hype for the competitive mode, so they're actually gonna put in like net play in the upcoming version as well.
Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, this is kind of a really good example of like how a grassroots community can influence like for like future development of games. Like
that's honestly the dream. Actually, is like whoa, like they notice that all these people care about it, and they actually like put a new mode in the game to cater to those people. That's honestly freaking unbelievable.
Yeah, like good work on the Catherine community for like sustaining like years of Catherine hype to bring like this franchise over to a modern era. Like it's pretty inspiring, to be honest.
That's a good ending,
Okay.
man.
This is we're talking kind of about old puzzle games. Yeah, classic scenes. We've got one of the older puzzle games that everybody insists they're the shit at, right? It's an arcade puzzle game. Goes by Puzzle Fighter, right?
I think so.
It's got
something like that.
It's got Street Fighter characters in it, but it's not. It's anime, you know. It's weird.
Wait,
but
we're not going to be playing the phone version?
Well, no. I don't think anyone wants to play the phone version. But this game is definitely a staple within a lot of the puzzle communities, and pretty much the majority of people I've talked to about this game in the fighting game scene insist they are the shit at this game. The only one who's been able to put up that, like, who's been able to back that up is Justin Wall so far. I don't know if Justin has entered any Puzzle Fighter tournament at Anime EVO in the past, but that guy is really fucking good at this game.
Like that and Magical Drop, right?
Magical Drop 3.
Yeah.
Specifically Magical Drop 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, Puzzle Fighter. Like if you were growing up in the ages of the arcades, like while you wait for your turn on like Third Strike or Marvel 2, you would have a different like arcade machine that you would like waste your time before your time's up for Third Strike. So for a bunch of people, it was Puzzle Fighter. And I like to see a lot of the old heads come out, do like the old strats, like, I don't know, was it the gem glitch, where you get all kinds of drops on fools? Yeah. I don't know what to say about else about this game. It's been forever since I last played this, but yeah, like Puzzle Fighter is definitely one of those games where a lot of people have been talking a lot of good game on this, but it's been a while since I was last seen a Puzzle Fighter tournament, so glad to see it back. Learn how to play Ken. Learn how to unlock Akuma.
I don't know, Puzzle Fighter. How many? That's gotta be enough.
I lost count.
14, I think. 14. I think that's 14.
There we go. We got 14 games for KOF 14, which you guys are hosting at Anime EVO.
Perfect.
I think that's a good number for 40.
Knocked out all the puzzle games.
All puzzle games done.
Yep. It's a done deal, I think. Let's wrap it up.
All right.
I don't know, man. I feel like at this point, you know, you might as well just throw the whole damn trunk at the audience. You know, like why stop at 14?
Why stop?
Why stop? I mean, let's get crazy here, guys.
We don't stop. I don't think we ever stop. Daryl.
Thank you.
Open the floodgates.
Floodgates. All right, opening. We have another game up on the docket. We have Arcana Hearts 3, 6 stars.
Oh, shit.
I knew something was missing. I was like, yep.
Wait, 6 stars? Is this the prequel to Dragon Ball, which has a 7 star?
7 stars?
Damn,
maybe. Where's that historic crossover? I want to see this.
All right, I'll find it. I know it exists somewhere.
All right, but yeah, Arcana Hearts, also a long time side tournament for us at Anime.
Oh, yeah.
We were excited to see a Kickstarter for this game happen approximately around the same time last year. So we're glad to finally have 6 stars in our hands, at least in the Western audience's hands.
I don't think we've missed a beat with this game either, right? I think ever since the original Vanilla 3 came out, we've been doing side tournaments like every year. Yeah. Great game, and yeah, getting new stuff on it. I haven't honestly touched the game in a while, but it's pretty fun to watch still. Honestly, like maybe people who only play Dragon Ball can try their hands at if you think you're good at super dashing, try homing.
Oh man!
If you like super dashing, imagine that, but you can aim it. Imagine canceling.
Super dashes. That's even better.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, like,
if you think your air game is good, if you think you have good air game, then this is the game for you.
all right. I have no air game in fighters. I get tagged by everything.
So yeah, like classic game, classic fighting. You know, what can I say about Arcana Hearts other than it's new, so pretty much the meta is wide open for anybody to like come in and rattle the cage and take that money.
All right. So like this is like everybody's going into this more or less fresh, even with previous Arcana experience. You might be able to squeak out a dub.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we still got more games in the trunk though.
Yeah, we
I
got.
would assume so.
How many are we at now? 15?
15.
No, 15. Is it 15?
Yeah,
Jesus
15.
Christ.
So this was 6 stars, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
6 stars.
6 stars, Jesus. So the next game, man, this has nothing to do with this game, does it?
It's the opposite.
It's
right?
the opposite. Yeah, it's not stars. It's moons, but there's only one moon, and it's Sailor Moon for Super Nintendo.
Oh boy. I know some people that just like they just woke the hell up.
Nick.
And man, this game is one of those the Kusoge games that everyone insists like, hey, I played the shit out of this game.
Yep.
I'm good at this game.
Yep.
See me in Sailor Moon for Super Nintendo. Where's Nerd Josh at? He's one of the people that always say this.
I actually believe him though.
I mean, I'm sure he's solid at it. Man, has this appeared at Anime Evo before this?
No,
First
this is the
time, I
first
think.
Ooh.
The funny part is like at the end of Evo last year, I tweeted out like what games I played the most in hotel lounges.
Mhm.
Second place was like Breaker's Revenge, but first by a country mile was I played a lot of Sailor Moon in hotels. So we're gonna be playing Sailor Moon, and I hear that the boys in Canada have been playing this like as a joke, but it actually got a lot of people at Canada.
That's how it always happens with this game, man.
But yeah, Canada Cup got a lot of people entering this game, like just showing up randomly and having a blast with this game. For those who don't know, this game is kind of like Super Turbo in a way, where like it's actually a really good like Street Fighter game. Like everything cancels into fireballs, and there's all kind of wacky like footsie game in this game. So I am excited to see what people have up their sleeves because there's a lot of untapped potential with this game. So I want to see this like some super grimy tech people have been having up their sleeves for like the past 5-10 years.
Well, it's Sailor Moon. They don't have sleeves. They have those like long gloves, right? So it's what they got. Yeah, it's what they got in the glove. That's yeah. I like that.
The glove grime. Oh man, you don't know people get wild for Sailor Moon, man. It's almost like incredible how like these like you ever heard of like a mini community sprouting up overnight? That's what this game does to people, you know? You get like a couple of fighting game players in a room and say, "Hey, let's run this Sailor Moon," and everybody gets drunk and like, "Oh, this is fun." And 3 hours later, it's like, "Hey, let's put 20 on this match real quick," you know? I think I'm getting somewhere with this. So yeah, man, excited to see that game, and it's easy. It's not like really overwhelming in like systems and stuff like that. It's like pretty simple, like you said. ST, I think anybody can play it, and if you have a connection to the show, it's probably pick a character you like. It'll be fun for you. But if you have played the game before and know some shit, show off a little bit, show people what this game can do.
Yeah, this is definitely a game that you can show off in.
Yeah,
yeah.
As far as I know, there's not a lot of like American tourney footage for this game, so. Aside from maybe the Skillionaire series, so can't wait to see what people have in store for this.
Yeah, I know people play people play the hell out of this game. I do know that, but again, like you said, I've never seen that tournament.
Well, speaking of tournaments, we got
Uh-oh.
I think we got something good.
I thought you emptied the trunk. I thought that was it.
No. Will you say Sailor Moon
tournament? NBA Jam Tournament Edition?
Close, really close.
You're in the right system for
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if anyone in the chat can try and guess this stuff, but if we're gonna talk about kind of alternative Street Fighter games based on popular franchises on the SNES.
Oh my God!
Ranma, right? Whatever it's called.
Ranma. I wish.
Power Rangers.
I see Shaq Fu, but it's not Shaq Fu. It's not Windjammers, but we got it. We're also running Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter on the SNES.
Holy shit, dude! Me and Gibby just got into this.
All right. Tournament Fighters is a beloved fighting game for anyone who grew up in the 80s and early 90s. It was the game, but when you didn't want to play Street Fighter, you wanted to play Turtles. Like Turtles during console gaming killed Street Fighter.
Yeah.
At a point, and holy shit, everyone is good at that game too. But that's a lie,
dude. Like Blockbuster ran a tournament series for this,
Mm-hmm.
dude. That is like that's how deep it went, man. Blockbuster went esports for tournament fighters.
The question that always gets asked: Genesis or Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Good. All right, it's had to ask because
No.
I am one of those weird people that tried to crack open Genesis version. I tried to crack the secret that was meta in Genesis version of Tournament Fighters, and I mean I still think it exists, but I just couldn't find it.
Genesis version, wasn't it like April O'Neil all day, every day?
Yeah, it was. She was pretty busted.
Like having everything plus on block, like come on.
She was kind of good.
She was all right.
I mean, she deserved it. She's the one who had, like, out of all the turtles she had, or the Ninja Turtle characters, her figure was the least produced out of all of them. So makes sense. Give her some kind of shine, right?
Yeah. She also
she a cutie too. I mean, come on.
She had the most to lose. I mean, like, you know, she lose her job and then she can't eat. You know, gotta win these fights, get some money. These turtles, they don't give a shit. They live in a sewer.
Yo, so I'm going through like our Twitter account, and Ace King Offsuit just said, "Yo, this anime Evo game plus is fan fiction, bro."
Well, I mean, it makes sense that it's fan fiction. What's that? It's 17 games so far. I think Ace King Offsuit just does not want to make a schedule.
Yeah, the stream schedule for this, man.
Yeah, I feel bad for him now. I'm sorry. But hey, do we have any more?
Well, do we?
Poor Ace King Offsuit.
Do we?
All right. Yeah, we do. We still got a couple more in the tank. Our next game that we're happy to announce is Vampire Saviors.
Hello, Dolly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Darkstalkers fans rejoice! We're coming back with another one.
VSAV's another great game that I'm really happy that it's getting tons of support for. Still, people always coming out for it. It's just an awesome game.
VSAV community actually had a pretty big year last year too, so they're going pretty pretty steaming right now.
Yeah, they've been steadily growing again. There's been a big surge in players, and I like that.
Which version are you guys gonna be playing? Actually, that's one thing I've always wanted to know.
What hardware?
What hardware?
Yeah, arcade. It has to be.
Arcade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arcade. We have. Last year we ran off of like a super gun, I believe. So.
Yeah, I believe this one's also going to be around Super Gun.
All right, cool.
Was it the Super Gun or the undamped board? I forgot. I remember seeing it. I'm sorry.
Oh, last year it was whatever Rotana board usually runs it on.
Okay, I believe that was the undamped. Yeah.
Okay.
Because did it last year, right, Daryl?
Yes. Yeah, Rob was up.
Yeah. So this year, Terry, aka Hagure, is going to be the TO for VSAV. So I don't know if the equipment's going to be the same. I believe he listed it as Super Gun, so I believe it's going to be on his equipment.
Well, I'm pretty sure Kane's going to show up with his Super Gun setup for HNK, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same setup.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
Damn. Vampire Savior.
It's a hell of a lineup.
That is like the icing on the cake at that point, you know, like 18 games and ending with Vampire Savior. Like you've covered.
We got one more.
What?
Yeah, we got one more.
Covered everything already, though. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything left to play.
See,
is it Breaker's Revenge?
I wish.
Is it K1?
Oh God, someone feel that. But we got one more game. So yeah, we're gonna end our lineup with 19 games, and the last game is Yatagarasu.
Whoa!
All right.
Yatagarasu. I think it's Nick Cool running it. Yeah.
Correct.
It's gonna be run on PC. Yeah. Should be pretty awesome. I think we had one last year too, right?
Yeah,
so
Nick
this is
so that was kind of his rookie year for TOing. So
yeah.
he's coming back, run Yada, and he has his finger on the pulse of all the Yatagarasu heads who want to play this.
I'm glad this game is still going strong.
Man.
19 games, guys.
19 games.
19 freaking games, dude. You guys, again, you have 48 hours to accomplish this task. I believe you can do it. I think they can do it.
I'm saying this. Like, we have a squad of TOs and streamers and a lot of people who want to volunteer and help run all these games. So it's not a question of if we can run it. It's pretty much a question of, how much space EVO is going to allow us to run wild with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty soon we're going to start running these on day 0, right?
Probably, man. Like, how Wiz is talking about, hey, would you guys come to EVO if it started on Wednesday? And you guys are like, sure.
Yeah, I was like, yo, one more day? Please. Please.
When can we have, like, BIOC all day Sunday? Like, I want this to happen again.
Man, oh.
No, those were the days.
Yeah, those were nice. Make a spot for it in freaking Mandalay Bay in the damn auditorium.
You're pretty sick.
Yeah.
Pockets. Can we get Can you make a special graphic really fast for all the?
I'm working on that real quick.
All right.
Photoshop open and man.
Throw it up for us, please.
All right.
The moment you get it done.
I had to kill several memes.
Holy crap! That fast?
Yeah.
All right. So again, we're gonna repeat the 19 game lineup for Anime EVO. All right. So game number 1 is Melty Blood, Actress again. Game number 2 is Under Night, In Birth, EX latest, Gundam Versus, HNK, Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus R, Gohime Enbu, KOF 14, Samurai Shodown 5 Special, Mark of the Wolves, BlazBlue Central Fiction, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Puyo Tetris, Catherine, Puzzle Fighter, Arcana Hearts 3, 6 stars, Sailor Moon for Super Nintendo, TMNT Tournament Fighters for Super Nintendo, VSAV, and last but not least, Yatagarasu. Holy shit.
You guys are going to need your own venue at a certain point. I can't wait for this to be Anime EVO, still happening during EVO, but in the Las Vegas Convention Center.
In the anime corner of the Las Vegas Convention Center.
Yeah, just run out the whole thing, but you want to keep it street, so you get the whole venue, but then you just take up a corner. That's what I would do.
That's wild.
19 games, though. 19 games. You guys are going to, I guess I can say it, you're going to attempt the impossible. The never done before.
Oh, this has been done before.
I was going to say it has been done. But now this is the question. No, this is the question every year, Daryl.
Yeah, what's up?
Is that it?
I don't know. Is that it?
You guys literally.
How about that as an answer? Every year, we're always open for anybody who anybody who looks at this lineup and say, "I wish my game is on here." Make sure to hit either me or Brett up, and we'll most likely give it a thumbs up and say, "Hey, if you can bring the setups, you can bring." If you can organize the brackets, sure, we'll help you with this endeavor. Personally, I don't see Persona on this list. It's mostly because we haven't looked for a Persona TO to replace Yohozi. Yohozi being the TO for Persona last year, but this year she actually got picked up as a sponsored player for Dragon Ball. So we respect her. We respect her choice to pursue that endeavor to become NorCal's best Dragon Ball player. But in the meantime. We're looking for, let's say, a Persona TO, Persona Arena TO, and a bunch of other TOs for various different games. So if you want to step up and say, hey, can we run the game? Make sure to let me or Brett know.
Yeah, again, just Anime EVO itself is really not much more than a name. I mean, it's pretty much just the name that represents all of us guys who have been doing this, again, like we said, for quite a long time now, and that includes anyone who wants to come. We have people always coming through and stepping down one year and then coming back another year. So there's no, you don't need our permission even, honestly, to run a site, to run a game at EVO. Anyone can do that, right? That's what we all did. We didn't ask permission. We didn't make them a name. We just brought our setups and said, hey, come play this game. It's sick. So if there's a game that you want at EVO badly enough, it's actually pretty simple. Just hit us up, put in the work, and honestly, the best part of our group is just the resources that we're sharing with each other. We're just helping each other get organized. But at the same time, we maintain a lot of independence. Honestly, everyone kind of does their own thing to some degree. We're all in charge of our own games, and we all respect that. And that's, we don't want it to become something where, we have, some top that's dictating everything. Really, there's not really a boss. There's, we're Daryl and I are on here, but there's at least 5 or 6 other guys who are, bearing pretty much the same responsibility as any of us, who can speak, for us as well. So if you want another game on here, definitely just hit us up.
Yeah, would you say it's more of a committee?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's sharing resources, sharing sharing your vision, basically.
So we got a tweet that brought up a good point. Funky P, he asked, how did we invite Noctis himself on and not announce Dissidia as part of Anime Evo?
I was just looking at that mention. Same comment. If we want to see on here, I would like to try and help with that, but unfortunately, I'm not deep enough in the Dissidia and Gundam. Kind of exhausts all of my effort, unfortunately. If I had another day, I would say bring ask Mr. Wizard, add a day 0, and maybe we can work something out.
I think I got a good idea. You know that cup noodle mascot that's always dancing around. Pretty sure we can get that cup noodle person.
I will wear it. That thing is awesome. I wish I had that. I want like the DLC hat he can wear in the game. Where it's like literally the cup on his head. I want that.
Oh, and in terms of streams, not each game, but I would like to say most games are going to be streamed in some way, shape, or form. And the majority of games have been signed up for the EVO Top 8 stage that Markman and Mr. Wizard put up. So all the side tournaments have a chance to get up on the official EVO stream. To have their final stream, top 2, top 3, top 4, top 8, whatever. The majority of us TOs have already contacted them, signed up our own games, and we'll keep people informed on what's going on with each game.
Yeah, I think because of that, it's probably going to be a little later than normal in terms of the stream announcements, but we will have all the info for you guys when it is ready.
Cool. Yeah. As for regular streams, pools can be found on various channels. I don't think there's one centralized location for it, but we can. Oh, go on, Brett.
I was gonna say the best way you guys can check it out is once our website it should be animeevo.moe. It's not up yet, but it will be up soon, hopefully. And when it is up, that'll easily be the best place to check all the information. You can look it up by game and just see like where the pools are going to be streamed once we knock that out.
Okay. Jesus. 19 fucking games.
And that's also where Reg will be, right? So yeah, people are asking about where to reg. We're still hammering out the website. So once everything is settled, the dust is cleared, we'll tweet that out. So definitely, give us a follow at anime_evo on Twitter, and we'll definitely have the information posted. If you're familiar with last year's process, it'll be almost identical. But based on the nature of how all this stuff works and its chaos, it's hard to give a finite date for that. But we will have a Smash GG. It'll be all in Smash GG for the most part. I think maybe some TOs might do their own thing, but the majority, if not all of the games, will be on the same Smash GG event page where you guys can register, and you'll be able to probably pre-reg most games. We've been kind of phasing into pre-reg for the majority of our games. Some tournaments will take place on site as well, like for reg, but some games may be pre-reg only, and we'll also have that information available. But just number one thing to remember is check your games you're interested in, make sure if they have on-site reg or not, because that's definitely varies.
Yeah. Also, you will need a EVO spectator pass
At the very least, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not entering any main EVO lineup game, be sure to get a spectator pass now. Early registration for Evolution ends in 3 or 4 days, so I would say jump on it now. That way you don't have to pay any additional fees. Because Anime EVO, we don't charge you additional fees, to my knowledge. We just charge you tournament fees. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And we're not going to get rich off this?
That's what I've been trying to tell
work with you guys? God
It's
damn it.
insane.
Shit, I thought we were going to make money. I made a mistake. I'm sorry, everybody.
You thought you were going to get rich off? You thought you were going to get rich off of Market of Wolves? Joke's on you.
Shit. Anyway, I think that about covers everything. Is there any additional information either of you two have?
Daryl, I think I'm good. Yeah.
I'm super good myself, to be honest. I think we hit every nail on the head. Yeah.
Yeah. Super excited. This lineup is godlike.
It's fan fiction, according to some people on the Twitter.
It's free fan fiction.
Okay, so if that's the case, I'd like to thank the two of you for jumping on here and again announcing the Anime EVO lineup. Brett, this is your first time on the show.
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks for coming on. Thank you for being on camera. We needed a pretty face on here. Daryl's anime maids isn't very pretty, in my opinion.
I mean,
I should just put Soy Hime
I'm
on.
kind of distracted.
Yeah, but again, everyone, you can follow both of them. Their Twitter's right there, Hella Brett and Daryl Bunau. And follow anime_evo on Twitter for all future updates regarding Anime EVO. Again, Daryl, I always extend this offer to you. If there are any updates you want to get out in the future and you want to announce them, feel free to let us know. We'll bring them on here. Oh man, I just saw Virtual Fighter.
I saw that too.
No, clearly W, don't break my heart like that. I never look at chat. I just looked at chat at the wrong time. God, fucking damn. But yeah, be sure to follow the two of them and Anime EVO. Follow Hell Pockets. He's at Hell Pockets. Follow me. I'm at Manchester. Follow Team Spooky on Twitter as well. Like, subscribe, all that good fun stuff. Last year there were shirts, right?
There have been shirts in the past. Not last year, but I believe 2 or 3 years ago. We are working on getting that back again this year. Thanks for reminding us about that. Yeah. So still in the planning phase, but we're hoping. We want to get that apparel set for you guys. I know a lot of you guys want to rep, and you see those people who have those OG Anime EVO shirts that pretty much don't exist anymore. So we're working really hard to make sure that that's going to be available, and that will most likely be available on the Smash GG apparel section as well. So you'll be able to pick up that stuff the same place you can reg.
Okay, that sounds great. The one-stop shop for everything. You can sign up, enter tournaments, see your opponents, pick up a shirt, maybe a banana hammock if we're, willing.
Whoa.
What? did I just go? Damn it. I always suggest that. No one ever likes it.
One day, man, one day.
One day, Game Goons. Game Goon banana hammock.
Yeah,
right.
there we go.
So I think that's about it for us here. Again, follow all the names you mentioned, and SDRcast. I don't think I said to follow us. I always forget to plug that for some reason. If you have any questions regarding any of the games here, tweet the Anime EVO account, and they'll direct you to the TO of the said game, and they'll be able to answer any question you have. A lot of the TOs are still in the planning phases, so you might not get a solid answer just yet, but we'll all have solid information very soon. Very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mentions are blowing up right now. So if I don't get back to you in the next couple of days, you probably got flooded out. So hit me up in like a week or two, especially after NCR and Anime Ascension. Oh yeah, you can find both me and Brett at Anime Ascension, and both me and Gibby at NCR. So yeah, make sure to say hi.
All right, Chris.
All right, time to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching another episode of Super Desperation Radio. We will see you again when there's something to talk about, I guess. I want to thank everybody who came on the show. Brett, Daryl, we'll see you we'll see Daryl at NCR. You're going to Anime Extension, Brett?
Yeah, I can't make it to NCR, unfortunately. I'm not as hardcore as Daryl. I can't do the flight.
All right,
Taking the car.
Cool. Well, I want to see you guys sometime in the future so we can talk more shop about, things like Anime Evo. And for everybody who is watching it right now, I'm going to try to host the stream right now, but if you can, head over to twitch.tv/GameGoons to check out Meta Abe playing KoF 13 against some of the greats.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, it's Dragon Ball Fighters right now?
Yeah.
Okay, Dragon Ball Fighters. That's even more hype. Yeah. All right, guys, take it easy. And I need to sign off. May your gloves always be grimy.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, that was your idea.